Good morning. I'm Tatiana Tylosky, an expert in data privacy and AI governance, and I'm here to show you something simple and yet profound, a way to build a clinical research system that is both profitable and sovereign, where Latin America leads without being owned. Today, we will be discussing Federated Futures, a decentralized data sovereignty model for ethical clinical research in LATAM. We all know Latin America has a huge potential for rare disease research. We've got strong site networks, excellent physician talent, and incredibly diverse patient populations. This is a dream combination when it comes to running meaningful, inclusive clinical trials. But all of this value is at risk. Without proper data protection, the region remains vulnerable to extractive data practices. That means global sponsors come in, collect the data, and leave. And LATAM doesn't get to benefit from the insights or innovations that come from it. We are at a pivotal moment. We can either continue to repeat colonial patterns where data is extracted and not honored, or we can do something different. That's what today's presentation is about. Let me explain how it works today. The current research model is built around centralized sponsor platforms. What does that mean? It means the data is collected at local sites, but it's shipped off to the sponsor, usually in the US or Europe, where they control the platforms, they run the analytics, and they retain the value. The data leaves the region. And when that happens, so does the potential for long-term impact. The sites that gathered the data, they end up not getting the long-term value, and worse, the communities involved lose out on the future that they helped build. They become invisible in the value chain. And that's not just a missed opportunity, it's a systematic problem. So what's the alternative? It's called data sovereignty. Data sovereignty means that the region, the people, and the institutions closest to the data have the right to control, access, and profit from it. Not just protect it, but benefit from it. This means data stays within legal and physical borders. It's not exported and owned by foreign servers. It means that local institutions hold the keys, they make the decisions. And if anyone wants access, it's on local terms through transparent, approved protocols. This isn't just about privacy, it's about power, because whoever owns the data owns the leverage. Now, let's talk about the solution, federated learning. This is a form of decentralized data analysis. Instead of shipping data to a sponsor's servers, the sponsor sends the algorithms to the site. The data stays local. The site runs the model. Only the summarized insights are returned. You're not giving away your raw data. You're contributing knowledge without sacrificing control. This model is both decentralized and coordinated. Every site is just part of the system, but no site gives up its sovereignty. It's how we protect patients, respect institutions, and still move science forward. Here's the good news. This isn't science fiction. Apple uses federated learning in its iOS for keyboard predictions, emoji suggestions, and even Siri, all without accessing your personal data. Your phone learns how you type, keeps that learning local, and sends just the model updates back, never your messages. Google pioneered this with Gboard, the default keyboard on most Android devices. Same idea. They improve the keyboard across millions of users, but they never see what you're typing. What does this prove? This is not theoretical. It's battle tested and deployed at global scale. This is already trusted by billions. So why aren't we using it in clinical research yet? It's time to bring these same protections and efficiencies into healthcare, especially in regions like LATAM. I want to be honest, not all tech platforms are built this way. Some, like Bitfont, are working on ethical federated data models, but most companies still rely on centralized extractive systems. In those models, you, the physicians, the sites, the patients, become the product. You don't own the insights, you don't shape the models, and you don't share in the returns. That's why we have to be intentional. We need to build platforms where LATAM is the partner and not the payload. Think of it like this. Every site is a locked vault. The sponsor gets to slide in a question, but the answer is all they get back. The raw data never leaves. This isn't just about doing what's right. It's also about doing what works. The federated model is more ethical, yes, but it's also more profitable. When you retain commercial rights to your insights, you build something sustainable. You don't give away the gold. You refine it locally, then license what you choose. This way, countries in LATAM can license access to global sponsors while keeping the underlying value in the region. It's not charity, it's smart economics. You protect your data and still play a leading role in the global biotech ecosystem. Now, you might be wondering, what's the catch? And yes, there are short-term costs. You need infrastructure, you need training, you need coordination across borders. But what you gain is priceless. Trust, autonomy, revenue, long-term stability. This model puts LATAM in the driver's seat. It gives sites and sponsors in the region the power to negotiate on their own terms, not just accept the status quo. This isn't about replacing innovation. It's about building leverage, the kind of leverage that lasts. This isn't just a tech issue, this is a justice issue. We owe dignity to patients, the ones whose data helped save lives. We owe respect to physicians, the ones who stayed up late logging CRFs, managing complex protocols, and caring for people. We owe power to nations, the right to shape the future, not just to watch it happen from the sidelines. This is a vision where no one is a data colony. It's a future where every stakeholder, from patients to providers to policymakers, is respected. So what do we do now? You don't have to build it all, you just have to begin. Start with one site, one trial. Ask your sponsors for decentralized solutions. Push your regulators to mandate data sovereignty. Set your standard and others will follow. We're not just talking about an idea, we're talking about a movement. This is how we create a chain of accountability from clinic to cloud, built on respect and not extraction. The tools are here, the model exists. Now we just need the will to implement it. I want to close on this. The data is already flowing. The future is being shaped. The question is, who will own the value? Will it be decided for LATAM or by LATAM? Let's not be the region that watches while others build. Let's be the region that leads, that refines its own data, that builds its own innovation economy. Let's not sell the well, let's build the refinery, and let's do it together. If this resonates with you, I invite you to join the Rare DIEM Alliance. This is a coalition of people working to build ethical, sovereign models for research across Latin America. We're creating new standards, we're raising expectations, and we're doing it together with transparency and care. If you're a sponsor, a site, a regulator, or even just someone curious about what's possible, we welcome you. You can scan the QR code and join the Alliance. We'd love to hear your perspective, and we'd love to work with you. Thank you so much.